Yeah, gal, bro, man's moving fast, gal. We're not waiting. Gary tried to schedule it for 8:15 because you lot thought I was gonna be late. But I just told you. Let me just quickly just do a little 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm ready. What's going on, Spence?
Listen, man, I'm good. Even though big up Steve Bailey. Even all looking forward to more great conversation and debate with Spence and Tunde. 1,000,000%.
Come on. Anyway,
Um,
bruv, we have to start the thing.
Come on, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the rescheduling of Sunday's show, because me and Spencer was on some different energy on Saturday night, man had to rest up. Let me just say, dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. And we are coming on down.
What's going on, Spence?
You know what I mean? I'm good. You know what I mean? And I mean, big up tourist. You know what I mean? I'm good. Thanks to every single person who came out to yesterday for my mother's celebration of life. It was very emotional. Like, you know what I mean? Early hours of Sunday morning was very emotional for me. And I was just very.
Man said he rossed this girl because his show got cancelled. Man starting already. Man said he had to ross his girl because the show got cancelled. You know, bro, it's like anger management class. Go ahead anyway, Spencer.
Yeah, man. Big up Country Don. Thanks for coming out, Country and Vicky, sister. No, listen, like I said, it was all of that. But yeah, I mean, when you can feel the energies like something big was coming, then we just knew something big was gonna come. I mean, D Stretch 81, big up Ton, big up Spence. Hope all is well. And we start with the Snapchat money as well. Alexander Wilson just come with the thing straight away.
Wow.
It is official that Robert Garcia is training AJ Spence. You called it back in 2021. Thoughts? I ain't got nothing more to say. Because you see, I told you that was going to happen. And when we had
didn't I say that? I was saying that yesterday, innit?
Right, yeah, exactly. Tommy Brooks, remember, you saying it to my cousin that when you're talking to the family. See, Tunde meets like my other part of my family for the first time, but because of the show, my family support the show, they've gone like they know Tunde already. It's mad. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, it's like, thank you very much, Alexander Wilson. I told you, thank you very much for $5. I told you that it was going to be Robert Garcia. I tell you who I could have got for a synopsis on the whole thing. Was the person that it was going to use. The what's the old Nigerian trainer?
Nigerian trainer?
Yeah, man. What's the old Nigerian trainer?
You got me there, Spence.
Come on, man. They brought him in. Mr. Bashir, Ali Bashir.
Ali Bashir, okay. Is he Nigerian?
Yeah.
Is he Nigerian?
Who's Nigerian?
I don't know.
Yeah, Mr. Bashir. So Mr. Bashir was brought in for a little piece, but unfortunately, this is the difference. Like when you see like how the AJ camp are moving. Also, what's that? The Equalizer. Spence, was that you on the Mo Gilligan show? Yes, it was me on the Mo Gilligan show. I'm gonna come back to that in Joshua. Let me just big up my old school teacher, Rory Simpson, who's my drama teacher. Like she was a don. She was teaching me in 1989. I left. Was Tunde laughing at?
I'm still, my brother just messaged me. I'm still laughing at that comment. The man at Ross's girl. Bro, don't remember, we're not inciting violence, bro. So you need to relax on this figure. Bro, we don't show Habib Akmal, please. Don't be hitting no woman because the thing.
You know what? I think he's talking about he was beaten, like he had sexually. He was doing his thing. That's what I think.
How comes your screen is kind of fuzzy, Spence?
I don't know.
Is it your Wi-Fi? Your connection? Is Spencer showing up fuzzy on anyone else's screen? the connection will fix itself. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right, keep going.
Right.
All right, go.
So yeah, what I was saying was, yep. Big up Rory Simpson, who was my old drama teacher. I left the school. Well, man said it's glitchy. I don't know what's going on. Should I jump out and jump back in? Is it glitchy now? Is it glitchy? Is it still glitching?
Yeah, it's a little bit, but the sound's perfect, so it's fine.
Okay. Right. So people saying it's fuzzy, but the sound's good. Sounds good, but it's funny. Anyway, like I was saying, Rory Simpson was my old school teacher, and it was her birthday last week, Monday. And she phoned me on Sunday. Then someone from Mo Gilligan's team said, like, if I could come down, and then she got us the tickets to go down. So there's a couple of us who I used to go to school with, and a little of the youngers who come in. So boom, I went down there, and yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It's nice to see Mo. I remember the first time I ever seen you perform comedy, it's about 15 years ago. I said, bro, you're gonna bust, you know. These times I'm promoting, and it's mad because he was gassed to see me, and he's always been in support. So yeah, I mean, it was all good. You keep on talking about this Russ and Gal thing. Forget about this, dude.
No, man said you're still in 1998, fam. It's like you don't know about the thing. You might have to go.
I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna jump off and jump back in. Then
that's what I said. That's what I said. Jump out and jump back in.
But we're gonna talk about this Robert Garcia thing because we spoke to Tommy Brooks about it. I'm jumping out, jumping back in.
Here we go. You know, Spence, bro, he ain't with it, fam. Spence is. I told you that on Sunday or Saturday. Spence is moving like Luis Ortiz, some old brother, some old boxer. But that is a great talking point. Robert Garcia officially named the trainer. I'd have no idea about that because my eyes is on my business. But that's news to me. That's actually the first I'm hearing of it. But you know, Anthony Joshua is a grown man. He's aware of where he feel he needs to improve, and if it's good for Anthony Joshua, then it should be good for everybody else. And let's just see if Robert Garcia can make the necessary changes, if any are needed, to Anthony Joshua's style and technique. I'll be looking forward to seeing that because you know I'm not aware, Spence. Maybe you can educate me on this point. I'm not aware of a heavyweight that Robert Garcia has ever trained.
He has trained. Am I still blurry or is it all right now?
You're not blurry now, but you're just talking like out of sync. It's definitely your Wi-Fi connection. Definitely. You're not blurry.
You know, I'm just gonna reboot my Wi-Fi then.
Yeah, maybe
I should bun Sky. I'll tell you that now for long.
But you're good, Gary. Oh, here we go. Spencer moves fast when we need him to move slow. And he moves slow when we need him to move fast. He's moving like my dad now. You know, like, bro, I haven't even finished talking to my dad, and my dad put the phone down fast. But yeah, everything was crazy. He'll come back in a sec. But yeah, I wasn't aware of a heavyweight that Robert Garcia has trained. But what I do know, the Robert Garcia and the Garcia family have been in this sport for a long time. And I feel that even if he hasn't trained the heavyweight, the experience alone will benefit Anthony Joshua. And Spencer will I think Spencer will elaborate on the whole situation more. But I've got nothing. I mean, I've never got nothing negative to say about Anthony Joshua anyway, because I still to this day I feel that what he's done for the sport is tremendous and is a great ambassador for the sport. And like everyone has made mistakes in certain areas, but he's a human being. So yeah, it's interesting. I want to know if the fight's even being announced, because from the last time I heard, they were talking about a July date. Has anyone got any information on the date that Anthony Joshua will be returning to the ring? And yeah, Sylvester Salamo says AJ is the greatest heavyweight in the UK. Well, Tyson Fury might have Tyson Fury might have something to say about that, but and Frank Warren as well. But he's definitely up there and definitely a tremendous ambassador for the sport. Okay, Chris123 says apparently it's July the 22nd, which in real terms is not really that far. You know, we're fast approaching June and then July. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Where's Spence? Bloody Spence still don't come back. He won't be Usyk. Maybe that means he won't beat Usyk. Yeah, won't beat Usyk. Well, we'll wait to see. I mean, a lot of people seem to be writing what I have heard, which is not that much. It seems like a lot of people are writing Anthony Joshua off, and I can say this: when someone's being written off, it really motivates. I mean, if they're made of the right stuff, it will motivate them to work and train even harder and put even more focus and energy, as we saw with a rematch with the Eminem brother. The fact that Eminem's the Snickers brother. What's his name? Ruiz. Yeah, Mr. Snickers. Bro, and he just come back and jab out his ass. Oops, sorry. I'm not supposed to be using, but Bear artists phoned me on Sunday, like, why am I cussing bad words? Yeah, the Snickers brother. Yeah, old tight Spenny Rankin in the building. Old tight Metza Ozil. Yeah, I didn't even know the brother's name. Spencer. I call him the Snickers brother. That Anthony Joshua be in the rematch. You know the Snickers brother. What's he? You know what I'm talking about, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Ruiz. Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, Ruiz. But yeah, elaborate to the Fight Is Right listeners. Before we go any further, there are 120 people live with us on a Monday night. Press the like button, press the subscribe button, and just watch up the thing. Go on, Spence.
Yeah, like I was saying, Robert Garcia has not trained a heavyweight of note. He trained a journeyman heavyweight, but he hasn't trained no heavyweight fighters, right? Mm-hmm. But in saying that, previously, Robert McCracken didn't have any dossier of training any professional heavyweights. So
that's interesting,
yeah, right? So you know what I mean? So
well, he guided Anthony to an Olympic heavyweight final. So I guess
and a gold medal. And a gold medal.
Yeah.
So they built that relationship. But you also got to say that amateur boxing, professional boxing is two different things. But what I'm trying to say is aesthetically, they built a long-term relationship where their man knew each other and he was comfortable with him. But with Robert Garcia, what I think Robert Garcia, he's a person. I've known Robert for years. Robert Garcia is the man that will bring out the devil inside of him. Do you know what I mean? That's what I believe. And I think it's needed. And also, he is very good at game plans. But what I'm trying to say...
Who's good at game plans?
Garcia. He's good at game plans. He's good at game plans. He's good at game. We go by his track record. His track record isn't bad. But what I am saying is it's a kind of different kineticism, right? And when we're dealing with the energies, maybe Anthony Joshua, because he went to other esteemed trainers, and they didn't gel with him. And I'm hearing that he's the guy that's in camp with Anthony Joshua, badding him up. This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that he's sticking it on Anthony. Then Robert Garcia is sticking it on him, saying like, "What are you doing? Rare." But like he's trying to bring out the raw man science in him. But his road. What I'm trying to say is his road and Anthony Joshua's road, two different roads. So, but we shall see. You know what I mean? We shall see.
It's very interesting. I mean, I would love to hear the interesting as well, Air Force 280. I would love to understand the thinking around it, because as you say, if he hasn't trained a heavyweight of note before, there's an obvious size difference there for starters. So when it's coming to the pad work, you know, Robert Garcia is some little short mini man, and AJ's a big unit, you know, or is he gonna put on them high heels like Adam Booth used to put on with David and what's the other guy, the Salas brother?
Yeah,
With
well,
the high heels.
the elongated platform boots.
Mm, mm.
But to tell you the honest truth, I think Robert Garcia will look good in stilettos.
No, but all the best to AJ. Again, I ain't got nothing negative. I will never have nothing negative to say about that young man. He's just
No,
done too
no,
much.
because you know what?
And I think everyone knows where anything that we say with regards to Anthony Joshua is always coming from a good place. It's coming from love, and we want the brother to do well. So it's a I would actually call this appointment a strange one. Considering that he went around to what's the Charlo trainer's name?
Shields, Ronnie Shields.
Roddy Shields, who I was watching in the corner. Just remember, I phoned you
Mike
when
Tyson.
I was watching Tyson v Lennox. And
Yep.
Roddy Shields was the head man in that corner.
He was the head man in that corner.
So
No, I think he was working with him as well, wasn't it? Freddie Roach.
no, not for the Lennox fight.
You sure?
But
Can't remember. All I remember was like they was telling him to stick it up, and it was like he went, I can't, Mike Tyson, I can't, I can't do it. Nah.
So yeah,
So-
Ronnie Shields. I mean, listen, AJ, Kurt Campbell says AJ, put that up there, guy. Yeah, he put that. Kurt Campbell says AJ wants to silence all those boxing experts who's writing him off. Exactly, and that's why I feel that there's gonna be a lot of motivation and drive going into this rematch. But what Anthony Joshua needs to be careful about. Thank you, Robert, for the $4.49
Come on,
donation.
salute to you. You know what? AJ should have picked. And you know what? The funny thing is this, right? That's a really good question there. Thank you for the 449, right? AJ went out down Texas. He visited certain trainers. Derek James was just down the road. And I spoke to Derek James about that. And he said, yeah, how come he never come and see me? I'm just down the road from him. It's crazy. I don't get it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And I agree. You should have checked him out. But you know what? End of the day, as Tunde, and we got to print some Roman Science t-shirts for this fight. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to Saudi Arabia for this fight. 1,000,000% I'm going to Saudi Arabia because I've got some work out there, what I'm doing. And Tunde's going to be in training, so he ain't going nowhere because he's going to be in camp.
Mate.
Right? But I am saying I'm definitely going out to Saudi for this one. I'm not missing that one. And I'm telling you this straight.
Listen, before you go there, holla off the canvas boxing and just read what he just says there.
Do you reckon Angel Fernandez chose Robert Garcia? I don't think Angel Fernandez has that much of a say inside of the camp, to tell you the honest truth. And off the canvas, thank you for the £2 as well. I get where you're coming from because I'm trying to say it's comfortability. I don't know what Angel Fernandez is criticizing. What I do know is that he's diligent to the game. Can't turn around and say he wouldn't get the success. He wouldn't build up the fighters if he wasn't completely obsessed with this, right? So because a lot of people in the past are thinking so he's taking a lot of stick. It wouldn't surprise me that Angel Fernandez would say, all right, let's go with Robert Garcia. Reason being is because we go where we're comfortable. Human nature is you're going to go where you're comfortable, where you fit in. Do you know what I mean? Mm. You go into a room and you got 10 South London man, but we're in North London. The South London man are going to group together. This is just how it goes. The West London man's going to group together because we are creatures of habit, and then we become habitual to the things that make us feel comfortable. So that could have something to do with it. But what I am saying is this. Garcia is a decent trainer. I can't say that he's a bad trainer. He's a decent trainer. and he's paid his dues. He was former WBA super featherweight champion of the world. He could fight. We can't say that he couldn't fight. He could fight. And he's had success with the other Garcias as well. But where's your heavyweight resume? You feel me? That's what I mean. You think, oh, if I'm a trainer. Where's your heavyweight resume? And also, I hope that you're not going in there trying to teach AJ too much. You know what I mean? Because that's a bad thing as well. When you're trying to, because you as a human being, when you try to compute too many things inside of your head, you'll mash up.
Talk on it.
Right. The best boxer that improved under Rob Garcia was probably Marcus Maidana. Do you agree? Yes, I do agree. Because Maidana, and that's what I'm trying to say, that roughhouse tactics that Maidana demonstrated when he stuck it on Adrian Broner, right? And Floyd. Because remember, the first fight, I was at that fight. Remember, I FaceTimed you from ringside, right? Right. So if we're looking at that analogy, because we're saying that we're going on a roadman science, and then he could be looking at it saying like, right, you know what? Because don't feel like AJ don't listen to the show, because they do. He's can't listen to the show, because everyone listens to the thing. They listen to the thing. And he may be saying, yeah, for real, I need that roadman science. Who do I think is going to be the best guy that's going to employ that roadman science in me? Forget about this double jab, right hand slip, come back with the hook. But
you know what? As you're saying this, Spence, I mean, I'm just thinking off the cuff. It makes sense. Because Robert Garcia is a Mexican. And a Mexican might come with Mexican style.
Rockers.
And the Mexican style is the washed down roadman science.
Yeah. You
get what I'm saying? So AJ he may be thinking on that conscious level. And if so, it's a good appointment.
Yeah.
Because the aforementioned names like Derek James and those guys, they matter, because I've heard the way Americans start chatting about AJ.
Yeah.
Man, he should be using the jab, doing this, slipping and moving around on his feet. And fam, it's not that kind of fight.
But listen, Tun, sorry to interject, yeah? But I never hear them say that about what Deontay Wilder should be doing. And he's American.
No, but they always, this is what I'm trying to say about these American men. And my American fans, they know it's all love. But what I'm trying to say is that you just deal with your thing. Let us deal with our thing. You understand what I'm saying? We're not, no one ain't criticizing you. I think more time we just always praising you and the style. But you know, we know how to box. We've got good trainers over here. You know, we got good trainers over here. And maybe, I don't know, maybe AJ just thought that there was no one over here that could bring that out of him. And hence
I think that he didn't want to go get an English trainer.
Yes.
Right? Simply for the fact that he didn't want to rub salt in the wounds to Robert McCracken. Right? I'm being real. That he didn't want to put salt in the wounds to Robert McCracken. And then also, well, yeah, that'd be a bit of pill. That'd be a bit of pill for him to swallow.
But Spence, Angel Garcia is in England.
No, but he's not training him.
What do you mean he's not training him?
He's not training him. Tunde.
He's been in the corner.
Tunde. You're former heavyweight champion. You're heavyweight champion of the world, yeah? Yeah. How can you have some inexperienced man saying that he's your head trainer?
Well, listen, again, it's about...
No. You cannot have no inexperienced man who hasn't had no time or no lineage in this thing here. I don't business about, well, you trained under this person and that person. That person never turned around and said that, yeah, he learned under me. You could call it the names you want. I'm not gunning Angel Garcia neither. You know what I mean? I'm not gunning him at all. But he knows his place in this thing. I take that straight. You can't chat to me. You definitely can't chat to Tunde Ajayi. And that's that. Right? I don't business. I'm talking the thing. Right? He's not the head man. He's never was the head man. Anthony Joshua just felt comfortable doing certain things with him. That's all. So you were just around. You were an assistant coach. Yeah, in time, pray be to God that Anthony Joshua wins back the world heavyweight crown, and then maybe you can start getting a props. But you're not the head trainer. And that's that. And the same thing, like I was saying, I said this before. How can, for a previous fight, how can your number two know more than your number one, but your number two isn't your number one? So how could he say, all right, Angel Garcia, you come in as well, but not Angel, what's his name? Angel Fernandez. Angel Fernandez, you come in and you be the head man, but we're going to bring Robert in as well. And Robert Garcia ain't the head man, you're the head man. That can't work, bro. Because the number two is thinking, wait, brother. I'm here and this man's just going to try teeth off my energy, teeth off my knowledge, and then when you ain't got no use for you, what do you do with chewing gum that has no more taste? You spit it out. No, brother, that can't work. So that's how I
Because obviously I'm just hearing this on The Fight Is Right. Have you actually seen this? Is this actually out?
It's out. It's out. Michael William, one of them man, they posted it out. But I knew that for a long time that he was going to be the coach because I was hearing how.
You did say it.
Yeah, I told you that's last year. I told you it's last year, brother. So you know what I mean, and the word that I was hearing is that he was feeling very comfortable with Garcia. Like, yeah, they were bonded. But then also, AJ wanted to keep it 100 and he wanted to keep it authentic to his identity. They brought in Ali Bashir, but just like all Nigerian man, they tried to talk out the thing before the thing. He was there talking. You can just imagine him there. I'm teaching AJ some new things. I'm teaching how to kill. He's gonna be a killer. You know, chat the thing too quick to him. He should have shut his mouth.
Bro,
that's when they got rid of him.
That word no Nigerian accent. That sound like some Congolese thing.
I'm saying it so people could understand. So the other listeners who are not from the diaspora could understand what I'm saying. He was like, yeah, I'm going to teach you some things. Fuck you, sir. Fuck you, sir. You know what I mean?
Thank you, sir.
You know what I mean? Nigerian man love begging. Oh, please, sir. Please. Oh, please, sir. You are the El Haji, sir. Please. In the name of Jesus, please.
It's an interesting one. Let's move on anyway. Big up Anthony Joshua, and wishing nothing but it sounds like a Ugandan accent. Wishing the brother nothing but success. Moving on forward, shall we say? Devin Haney attempts to become another young undisputed champion this Saturday in Melbourne, Australia at the Marvel Stadium, and what an event it is set out to be. Unfortunately, our good friend and father of Devon, Bill Haney, was denied a visa, so cannot be there, but we all know he's there in spirit. And in the head trainer in the corner, from what I understand, will be the father, also probably your uncle. I know Zab is Devon's godfather.
So Zab's going to be in the corner?
Family thing. The dad will be the head trainer in the corner.
Who? What dad?
Joel Judah.
You know what? That's a good man to be in your corner.
Oh, yeah. Very experienced.
Yeah, very experienced man. But not only that, you know he's a bad man, isn't it?
I don't know about all that.
I'm telling you this now. Bad man. You don't play. I know him very well. I know he's Everson Brand. Mike Tyson said that when I was growing up, I used to look up to you. That's Tyson saying that about Joel. You know what I mean? Joel was a serious man.
But what's that got to do with boxing, those men?
It's got a lot to do with it because the mentality. Because you know when you're going into...
That's a fair point there, sir.
The mentality. You know what I mean? When you're going into war, you don't want no weak-ass brothers around you.
That's
you know what I mean?
No, I just saw something, Spence. And I want to address this because Joel Kadua, who you'll be hearing a lot about, showed me this video in the car. And it was a video of Haney-Kambosos calling Devon a snitch, saying that Devon sent him messages and was phoning him about Teofimo. And I was like, Odin, so he's a snitch, but you're a snitch. You get what I mean? The snitch is snitching on the snitch.
Wait, listen to me. I don't business if Devin Haney was sending man messages or saying blah, 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 blah. And the reason why he's most probably doing that, because Devin was saying that, well, you're the easier touch in this fight. You know what I mean? I prefer to fight you than to fight Teofimo. So maybe you just fell into his little tricks because you know this boxing is all psychology. Because if a man's telling you certain things and you don't know what he was saying to Kambosos. I mean to Teofimo. You don't know.
And bro, him and Teofimo and bridges anyway. So,
exactly. So you got people are talking about, oh well, he's a snitch because he was telling me things and
No,
yes,
but
because he was most probably looking at you as an easier option.
No, but he's saying he's a snitch, but he's snitching live on TV about a snitch. So he's a snitch. So, bro, it don't make no sense. That's why it just don't make no sense. Anyway,
let the snitches snitch on who they're snitching on.
Zeki Hussein, thank you very much for the 449. Much appreciated. He says, tough fight. How much do you think it will change things, his dad not being there? Dev has the tools to win, but I think it will be a close points win. For who? Kambosos, maybe.
Right. I think it's a major thing. And this is literally Devin Haney's come out party. Right? Simply because Devin and his father are very close. Tunde knows them very well from when they came to the UK 10 years ago, 2012, or when it was. It's not even before then. I think it's 2011 they came, right? And it's 2012, yeah. And they've got a very, very tight bond. But everything that we're seeing happening with Devin Haney, how he's been guided, he went out to Mexico, fought a bunch of men out there to build up his career for him to learn the game. Everything has been orchestrated from the dad. So they have a very, very strong alliance. So now we're going to see how tight that alliance is to take them off to the next level. Because spiritualism, you don't have to be in a room with someone.
Exactly. It travels millions of miles.
It travels galaxies. So we shall see what's going on. John Khan says, you lot going live for the fight needs Tunde on. You come on. Of course we're going live for that fight. We ain't missing that fight.
I'm not even going to be in town. That's the madness. They better have Wi-Fi where I'm going. But they've got Wi-Fi.
Don't worry about that. You got to be on
the location.
Yeah, and what's that? Adam Beanie Smith says Ben Davison being denied access to travel. I don't know about that. I think he was denied access to travel to America. I don't know about him being denied travel anywhere else. But you know what? Like I'm saying, it is what it is. That's nothing to do with me.
Dev's dad came on the thing and said he wasn't involved in this camp.
Right, exactly. So when people, maybe he's using that one as an excuse because they're not coming here. So he try to use that old chestnut. Brother, that's like I said, I'm just keeping this thing 100. Whatever their man's doing, that's their man's business.
Exactly. I love that.
Got nothing to do with me.
I told you that. Got nothing to do with me. But in regards to the fight, I was sizing them up today when I watched that thing when Joe showed me the thing on his phone. And you know what? I think Devin can outbox this brother. I think Devin can outbox him with skills. He's going to have to be able to think for 12 rounds. There's no doubt. But let's not forget, Teofimo dropped Kambosos hard. Yeah, and I'm not trying to say Devin punches as hard as Teofimo, but let's get it right. It's not like he won by a landslide. I don't know what the scorecards were, but from my recollection of the fight, it was a good fight. And Kambosos was a bit more, he showed a bit more will, bit more desire, a bit more pressure, threw more punches. But it's not unforeseeable to see Devin boxing circles around this brother.
It's not.
Let's not forget that he fought an old Mickey Bay.
Listen, Mickey Bay was so old when he coughed, dust come out his mouth.
Bruv. And you know what? People putting this negative thing out there about the judges in Australia and all of that. But bruv, we don't know that. You're just putting that out there. And we can't start going into a fight assuming that. Remember, Kambosos ain't no superstar. He ain't no Floyd Mayweather or Canelo or anything like that.
Who?
Maybe in Australia it is. Maybe in Australia it is. But I'm gonna not put that out there. I feel the judges will be neutral. The judges all can't be from Australia. It's a top rank show in conjunction with what's the Ludabella? I think it is Ludabella.
Yeah.
Ludabella. So these guys are shrewd operators, and they're not gonna allow a man to just get jobbed with weak judges. So I don't think that, but I feel Devin can outbox this guy.
Well,
Devin can outbox this guy.
Well, I'm gonna keep this thing 100. With the dad in the corner or the dad not being in the corner, it's gonna be a hard fight for Devin Haney because Kambosos is the best fighter that he's going in with today. You know what I mean? Because he's live, he's in his peak, he's just come off a fantastic win. So I think, it's gonna eat. Like I said, this here is definitely gonna be his coming out party because end of the day, there's something about Kambosos something about Australian people something with them that don't sit right with me. Because
Stone Cold Chicken 1. You said, Tunde, what are you smoking, bruv? Everything is against Tank. Well, guess what? You're smoking because we ain't talking about Tank. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to get an early shower. You're blocked. How you like that one, son?
Like you gotta let me put in the line how you like that one, son, before you kind of lock them off.
Jump in the shower. Go and jump in the shower, mate. Have an early shower. About what you smoking. No, you ain't smoking nothing. You been smoked off the show. How you like that? Anyway, sorry, Spencer.
Like I said, this is gonna be a really good fight because it's gonna be tactical. It's gonna be very tactical because I think Devin Haney's key thing is he likes to box. He likes to push out that jab and wait for openings, then throw his hands, right? Kambosos creates openings by applied pressure. Watch how he fights. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be good. Yeah, man's got early shower tonight. So that it's gonna be good to see, good to witness what exactly is gonna happen. Like I said, I preferred if Bill Haney was in the corner to give me that bit more confidence because he's not there. But now I'm hearing that Joel Judah's there.
And Joe can be more aggressive than...
No, Joe don't play. I want you to realize that part there. Joe don't play.
If you go and watch the Floyd fight...
He wanted to punch up everyone.
Remember,
you see that? Leonard Ellaby never really got involved there because Joel's serious. Joe would have strangled him.
It's going to be a great fight. I mean, I watched the documentary from Top Rank on Kambosos just last night. And this guy's definitely earned his way and earned the right to be a unified champion, the sacrifices. But again, it's kind of funny because the same could be said for Dev. It's just that, that's what I love about these documentaries, which they do, whether it's Showtime or HBO or Top Rank or BT or Sky. I always love to get the insight. And, he spoke about him being a rugby player and then wanting to just give it all to boxing. And it's going to be a tough one. But then again, styles make fights. And I say that Devin Haney has the style to outbox George Kambosos.
He does. But George Kambosos is deceptively good, and he proved just how good he was in his win against Teofimo Lopez. That was an incredible win because I remember prior to the fight, who was I speaking to? It was a Welsh brother who lost to Kambosos.
Lee Selby.
Me and Lee Selby I was doing some bits for ESPN, and I see Lee Selby at one of the fights that I was covering. And we were talking, it was the night before, and I said, well, how do you see this fight with Teofimo and Kambosos? And he said, this fight going 3 rounds, Kambosos is going to get licked out because he lost the dispute. And as far as I'm concerned, I thought he won that fight. It was disputed. So,
against Selby?
Yeah. Lisa, we boxed one in that fight.
I think.
So Lisa,
Yeah.
remember we covered that. We covered that as well. Lisa was like, no, my man ain't winning that fight. So, but like I said, Kambosos is a very, very good fighter, and he creates openings by attacking. You know what I mean? He doesn't create openings by wrong footing you to throw shots. You think he does very smart applied pressure. But like I said, it's gonna be a good fight. And
Hold on. Mr. Riri, just as a point of principle, I'm leaving the show. I can tell from the way Tunde deletes anyone who challenges him, he is like a mini dictator. You can see Tunde needs yes men. And guess what, Mr. Riri? You don't need to leave the show. You're blocked.
Now, listen, I want people to understand this, yeah? It's not yes people, yeah? You can have... No, I've got to address it. It's not yes people. It's like when somebody says something, it is where the narrative is coming from that can wind you up to say, listen, we don't need you on this thing. Chat, 1 second. Right, we saying then?
No, I'm telling you this. I don't deal with negativity. I deal with comments. People have opinions, but the way you voice your opinion is how I react to it. If you make a good point, what do I making a good point? But if you start coming with nastiness, I don't deal with negativity. I just don't deal with it, bro. I can't take it. I'm a person, I don't want it on me, in me, or around me. You're blocked. That's not really not hard to understand. So, bro, this is The Fight Is Right. Go on one of them man's podcasts and start talking your nonsense.
No.
Like you got a show to spew your nastiness. You can't do that on there. We're not having it. That's the yes man you're talking about. We don't deal with negativity on The Fight Is Right. This is a positive platform where people have opinions and we address them. But when you start talking nonsense, you're gone. Early shower, have an orange, good night nurse. 395 people on the thing. Yeah, press the like button, subscribe. You know this is the real deal around here. Spenny Ranking, continue.
My mate Dan, he's just come. You met him yesterday, yeah? Dan, when you heard that, this is how I got proper people. Come around there, Dan. Don't we be silly for come around, man. This is why I say like I've got proper people. You saw him yesterday at me mom's thing. Yeah.
Dan introduced me to his daughter. He said, "Rob, his daughter's my biggest fan."
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Now, let me tell you this now, yeah. When on the show was like my internet weren't working, Dan lives about 3 miles down the road from me. The guy just drove down. He said, "Oh, I'll fix your internet for you."
Come on. Bro.
You see, this is what I'm trying to say. I've got real people in my life, and thanks to Dan. Dan, his family come out, him, his beautiful kids, and his wife come out yesterday for my mum's celebration of life. So it means a lot. But I got to big up Dan. So he's just coming. So he said, "No, don't come. No." I said, "No, you got to show your face, bro."
Well, Dan, you know what I mean? While you're there, mate, you fancy opening a motor and installing a Sky TV for me because I ain't got one.
Bit of a trek.
Nah, big up Dan. And yes, as you said, it was lovely to meet him yesterday. Beautiful family. And all blessings to you, my man. Keep doing.
But listen, anybody, if you need a handyman for any form of work, just holler me or DM me on master_knowledge on Instagram. And Dan literally is the man.
And we're taking 20%, mate. So I'm just letting you know, Dan.
No, it's 45, mate.
Have a good evening, my man.
Yeah.
Love. This is what I'm trying to say. It's realness on this thing here. Man want to come with a little nasty negativity. You're gone. You're gone. We just ain't got no time for it. And that's the precedent that we're setting. We don't care how many negative comments you put up. We will block you one by one. If you're a bot, you get blocked. If you're just a nasty person, you get blocked. If you're negative, you get blocked. Bro, we're just not on it. And that's why the show continues to grow. But big up Dan, the
Big up
handyman.
Dave Winner. I just reading Dave Winner. Put that right up straight away.
Come on.
Right.
So the people
Dave.
watching.
Okay, go on.
Let me, you want to read it?
Go on.
Okay. David Winner says, to the people watching, please, I beg you, respect these amazing people. Tell me any good podcast better than these two. Better than this. These two know boxing. Been to the rest, they don't know boxing like Sean Porter's podcast. Like, bro, I brushed Sean Porter the other night. David, you must have been listening to me. I brushed him. Everything he says is wrong. Everything. But big up Sean Porter. You know, even the Porters, they've come through. No, Sean hasn't come through, but the dad has come through a couple times.
Kenny's come true. Sean will come true. Sean's cool still, you know. But the thing about it is this. I just think he's trying too hard. Seriously.
Yeah. You need to educate him on suits.
Yeah, bro. He's got his own designers, and American man can't tell us UK man about suits. It's impossible. You know what I mean? It can't happen. Reason why? Because suits were originated in this country from William Brummel, right? Down at New Burlington Street. So you can't tell me that's where it come from.
Someone said I'm echoing. Is that the case, Spence?
Well, you're not echoing to me, but maybe on the thing you are.
Yeah, I think it's you again, Spence.
No, you're echoing. It's not me.
No, but remember, you done something that on Saturday where I was echoing, and then you changed it, and then I stopped echoing. Check, mic check. Yeah, see, I think whatever you've done now, Spence, you stopped the echoing. Ota Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $5. He says, Tunde, your fight with Mitu is on YouTube. I was like a young Tunde and is in the house. What did you think about that fight? What with Mitu? I was moving nicely. Bro, you see where my guy's getting from because it's past true. But big up Mitu, one of the guys who really was the bread and butter for young prospects.
Bro, listen to me. Mitu has got all of his faculties. He's got a podcast. I do his podcast.
Okay.
He had got all for them journeyman. He was a proper journeyman. He never used to get knocked out, never used to get beaten up.
If you see the way I thump him in his dreadlocks, his dreadlock bomber ass. If you see the way I thump him, bro, every time I thump him, the dreadlocks made his head even tougher. Bro, the guy is solid. Big up Arv Mitu. He's on Twitter as well. That's our guy. But yeah, Arv Mitu, you got to give these guys respect because
he's a proper guy, man.
Like the foundation for young prospects. But yeah,
Arv is a proper guy. You know what I mean? And he's very supportive because any little thing that goes on, he's always supporting, man. So big up Arv. You know what I mean? Nice.
Man said Tunde with his cheap old mic. Don't blame me. Gary got these mics. But Gary's going to say it was on the budget you gave me. Now, bro, this is a serious mic. Because Gary told me to get it. Gary, it's on the budget I gave you with it. That's how you got a mic. It's these mics are so old. Gary gave me back the rest of them today. When I saw him, he's like, yeah, take these back. You can take your mics back. Anyway, Steve Bailey said Tunde against Arv, left hand, right hand, jab, uppercut. Jesus Christ. Bro, I'm telling you. Tell them drop some Snapchat money and we get better mics. There you go. Invest in the show, sir. And big up Ben Oldham. Wherever you are, my brother. Yeah, big up Ben Oldham. Spoke to him today. Great guy. Watch this space. That's all I'll say. Adam Beanie, if it's Gary from Only Fools and Horses, you can bet the mics are dodgy. Nah. All right. So we've spoke about AJ. We've discussed the fight with Devin Haney and Kambosos. We will be
remiss
if we didn't speak about the fantastic KO by Gervonta Tank Davis on Saturday night in a sold out, the biggest boxing event ever in terms of attendance and pay-per-view, from what I'm hearing, ever. That is serious. But before you touching it, Spence, let's big up L Emirati for the $8.99.
Big up. Salam alaikum, L. Thank you.
Will AJ benefit under Garcia? And can, that's supposed to be he, be Usyk? Spencer versus Gary was a classic. And I remember that fight. That was a big fight. Elephant and Castle. Spencer, a man paid $8.99. We got to answer that question.
Yeah, it was. You know what is this? I can categorically hold my hands up and say, predominantly, I was a gym fighter. Tony can tell you, I was a gym fighter. You bring anyone in the gym, I'd
bruck up everyone in the gym.
Yeah,
except for me. Yeah. Except for me, because I'll bruck you up.
Here we go. Anyway, but like, they didn't ask you any questions. But what I'm trying to say to you is like, my water don't choke you. So what I'm saying is, I'll handle most guys in the gym. But now, in hindsight, I can look back and say, I was actually a gym fighter. I can hold my hands up and say I was a gym fighter because nobody could test me in the gym. I don't care who you was. But then maybe it was a bit of confidence and had that same belief. Maybe if I had someone like myself around me when I was fighting, it'd been better. But we live and we learn. And like I said, it's not what people leave to you, but what they leave inside of you. So what boxing left inside of me is like this. If you want something so desperately, go grab it with two hands. Plain and simple. And that's what now I know that I've instilled that in fighters. Look at my track record. You know what I mean? I've had numerous champions. I've had a British champion. I've had a world title challenger. I've had 2 prize fighter winners. Nobody had 2 prize fighter winners when prize fight was going on. I've had 2 prize fight winners. You know what I mean? At the time, that was the youngest ever boxing promoter. I was the first man ever to get managers, trainers, and promoters license all in one sitting. I was the first person ever to do that. So, in hindsight, I know now I can look and say, you know what? That was me. But not only that, but I was so engrossly in love with boxing that sometimes you can cut corners.
Don't you mean in love with gal?
Well, you know. So,
we heard the history yesterday of your sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When your sister was talking, my mouth nearly dropped open. I was like, fam, this is where Spencer gets it from.
No, my granddad. My granddad.
Sorry.
My granddad. No, it's all right. It's cool. No. My granddad was a gallus.
I've totally ruined your chain of...
No, it's all right. It's cool. I know business. That's good interjection. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, my granddad was a gallus.
28 children. He had 28 children. Whatever stamina for sale drink he was drinking, I need to bottle that thing and sell it. But big up granddad.
Yeah, anyway,
let's ask for these Snapchats.
More Snapchat money's coming in.
No. But the first one was, will AJ benefit under Garcia?
I think he will. I think he will, simply because he will make him more aggressive based. But this can work 2 ways now. And this is what I'm saying. Him being aggressive based and going on the attack. Remember, Usyk knows that people come to attack him, right?
He might
what I am going to go and say is this. Go back to watch his fight, I think it's like 5-6 years ago now, against Michael Hunter. And Michael Hunter said, Bridget, I'm attacking you, bruv. Right? But then also it could be to the fact that Michael Hunter's a southpaw. You know what I mean? But Michael Hunter stuck it on him and threw hands on him and caused him problems. Right? Tony Bellew was doing very well against Usyk.
No, man. You keep saying that.
No, I'm not even listening to you. Tony Bellew was doing well against him.
No, brother. You weren't. I'm just keeping it real.
No, he was doing well against him, Tony. All right. So these are the things. These are the things that.
Just to interject there, Spence. Michael Hunter ain't a southpaw.
Sorry, was he?
No, Michael Hunter ain't a southpaw. I was
You
in the
know
gym
what?
with him, bro.
It's because he's so little. He just reminds me of a southpaw.
Michael Hunter ain't no southpaw, bro. Michael Hunter's an orthodox fighter. He's just he's got an awkward
Awkward
style.
style. Yeah.
Yeah. SS, first of all, for SS10, thank you for the £10. He says, first of all, thoughts with you, Spencer, and your family. God
Thank
bless
you very
you
much.
all. Also, rest in peace, Moosewala, who was murdered yesterday in the Punjab. Legend in the music game. Also, shout out to Dylan Chima. And I know SS10, I think I always hear him chatting about Punjab and, one of our Asian brothers.
Yeah, he
But
was a rapper. He was a rapper. He was a Punjab rapper. He had the
Okay.
turban. But you know what? I was listening to some of his tunes today because I didn't even know he was. You know what I mean? But he was big. Big. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? My thoughts and prayers for all of everyone who's lost, everyone who's passed away. My thoughts and prayers with them. David G says, I thought Joshua was with Angel Fernandez. He's with Angel Fernandez, but Angel Fernandez is spit bucket, man.
Bruv, I just relegate man to spit bucket man. Bruv,
Brother.
he was a trainer the other day.
No, Tunde. It was listen. I remember saying I'm gonna keep this thing 100. I don't business, right? Because I don't fear no one. I fear God, right? I told them man when Robert McCracken, they was thinking like, is Robert McCracken gone? Is Robert McCracken gone? Yeah. I was telling them man, when you bring in the next man in your camp, yeah. Don't think that he don't want that number one spot because he does. Right? Then what happened? My man is now alleviated from his position. Robert McCracken alleviated because everyone's blaming Robert McCracken. But Angel Fernandez is still there. So are you telling me that Angel Fernandez knows more than what Robert McCracken knows in boxing? No, what Angel Fernandez knows is how to be comfortable or make Anthony Joshua feel that comfortable that he will stay there with him. That he'll still be in there. Because he got rid of all the rest of the man then.
So you don't think he's got boxing acumen?
He ain't shown me none.
But
No. Listen, Tunde, let me tell you this. Listen, from the time Richard Riap was telling me that he's studying Julio Cesar Chavez, look at his body frame. You're studying Julio Cesar Chavez. Listen, brother, I'm not gunning Angel Fernandez. Bro, I don't know him to dislike him. I'm just telling you straight how this thing is. So I'm not saying that no, he's not a good trainer.
You know me, I don't really like dissing trainers, but
no, but Tunde, that's you. You don't like. I'm not dissing him. If I'm telling you this is what I feel, if he wants to take it as a diss, that's your business. You know what I mean? Because I remember you always used to say that the biggest room is a room for improvement, right? So therefore, he's got to leave that as the biggest room is a room for improvement.
Alan Skill, good evening to the legends that are Spence and Tuns. Blessings to you both and everyone in the chat. Big up, Alan. Come on, all day, every day. Dream it, believe it, become it. Man said, not even a Vaseline man, spit bucket man. I think you lot are being kind of bad to Angel Fernandez.
Tunde, I'm not being bad at all. Yeah, I'm just, listen to me. I'm a very passionate human being. You all right, son?
Right. What I've realized about boxing fans and people in boxing, they're very quick to put down, not that, I'm not talking about you, Spence, but they're very quick to put down somebody and very quick to jump on the bandwagon.
Press the button, please. Press the button. No, I want your round of applause there. Listen to me. This is the nature of this thing, right? But listen, bro, I've been in boxing too long. I've been around in every capacity of this sport. You lot can't come and fool me. We're not 5-minute pad session. You can't fool me. I just want man to realize this part here.
We missed this Snapchat. Sorry. Big up the signature 449. Much appreciated, brother. Rest in peace. Sidhu Musawala killed for speaking his mind. Which
Crazy.
is exactly what me and Spencer are doing. But guess what?
Crazy. They can't
Anybody
kill
come
me.
with that nonsense, return to sender.
All right,
'Cause
you can't kill me.
you
And
can't
that's
kill
that.
this. Return to sender. We got
I
too
mean,
much
big
power
up
right
Davy
now.
G for the £5.
I've joined late, and you may have addressed it, but Tunde, why Eddie Hearn keep talking about Yard? Now Canelo lost. Is Buatsi his cash cow or something? Laugh out loud.
No, Boatsi is not his cash cow simply because Boatsi doesn't cross over yet. I mean, eventually maybe his boxing will cross over, but he hasn't crossed over yet. Like him and Craig Richards, they just fought in an excellent fight. It was a wicked, wicked fight. Props to both men. But is anybody talking about it this week? Exactly. Nobody's not talking about it. So I know when Anthony Yarde came back in a rematch against Lyndon Arthur, man will stop me on the street now and still talk about that fight. So that's the difference. You know what I mean? It's the difference. It's how you leave that thing in the mindset of people. No, I don't think Watts is the English Badu Jack at all. He's not. They've got two different styles. You'd have to allude a little bit more on that one, Bonkers Boxing.
I don't think they have, you know.
Who?
I don't think they have. They're quite similar.
What?
Apart from, I mean, Badu later on started to drop his hands a little bit lower. But when he was training with Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, they did kind of look the same.
You think?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't. Well, maybe because I'm judging him like on later of his career.
Later on, yeah,
But
yeah,
especially
yeah.
when the guy that. But Ben Whittaker, I like this one. Someone Adam Beanie Smith said Ben Whittaker will get more exposure on Sky than Buatsi will get on the Zone, and it won't be long before more people know Ben. And it's the truth. You listen, when you're dealing with, I props to Eddie Hearn for what he's trying to do with the Zone, but it's not easy. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy at all. Let's just keep this thing 100. It's a very, very difficult task that he has in hand. So, but yeah, more people will get to know this Ben Whittaker than they will know Joshua Boyce. And not only that, but Ben Whittaker talks. He runs off his mouth. I can't take him seriously because he got some up north accent. but
I touched on that already, fam.
I'm just going to be real.
Adam Beanie said, Tunde Spence, what gym will Garcia train Joshua in the UK? Surely camp won't be in Sheffield.
Nah, they're building their own. Last time I spoke to guys in AJ's camp, they're building his own thing.
Okay.
I could easily find out where they're training because I know that he's been doing a lot of sparring with Ty Mitchell, Clifton Mitchell's son.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, why would you?
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, Bob Tunde Ajayi, as soon as you ask me these big old questions, simply because Ty Mitchell is very, very tight to Tyson Fury.
He's in brethren, man.
Right, they're bona fide. See, when I mean they're bona fide, but if you want to get all the Tyson Fury, just ask Ty Mitchell. He'll sort it out for you. He's dead that close. So I don't understand why they're bringing him in. And I was hearing through the grapevine that Ty was doing very, very good in sparring against Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean?
Which is being transmitted back to Tyson Fury.
So what are you talking about, Tunde? The spar in the middle of the rounds when he's collecting the water, he's phoning Tyson Fury, telling him what's going on.
Well, listen. I have a way of doing things. I don't really knock the next man's way of it, but
no,
I've just never understood how people can spar with their competitors or their potential competitors.
Bruv, there's no competitive sparring or for man to find out any little thing what's going on.
Tunde, read what was said above, please. Ty Mitchell, like a brother to Fury, it was Ty who messed up Fury's throat. That's facts. Yep. Yep. They're very close. They're definitely very close.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. That don't make no sense to me. But in the same kind of thing, when Tyson Fury wanted sparring in the first fight in preparation for Deontay Wilder,
It's cool for Lawrence.
he called for Lawrence. And I was saying, that's mad. Because I know Lawrence is talking his little Igbo language to Andy Joshua about what's going on in the sparring to. So it is that's their comfortability. That's what I mean. But I know I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? My thing.
Fred, sorry, say what you're saying, Spence.
Yeah, you lot stay over there and let me just do my thing over here and we're nice. But there's no, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get phone calls recently about to go, could he come down to spar? I said, brother, I'm not, what you asking me for? Well, I've asked Tunde. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Spence, I keep telling you, mate, keep your mouth closed on certain things. Moving forward, Tunde in The Godfather, they said, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. The Godfather film was not about boxing.
Exactly.
Bro,
You know what I mean? The only advice that you take from any film is women weaken legs rock. That's it.
Yeah, what's on the screen now, Tunde? Tunde in it, yeah. I said it. About Anthony and Boatsi. Oh, okay. I tell you what it is. He needs Boatsi in a money fight ASAP. His biggest money fight is Yard. Boatsi will leave Hearn soon. I feel the tension between them. Hearn needs to recoup his losses on JB. And I've read your comment on, but nothing more will be said. Because
Listen, anyway,
because
we're
you
talking about
actually
this other man. Stop, Ton. Stop. I ain't talking about this man no more. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. That's
Yeah,
it. But
that's cool. Thank you. Anthony Yarde, this is the real thing. Anthony Yarde, Ton. I want to know. Anthony Yarde, Frank Warren has just let out a statement that
well, I think we should be wrapping up with this last point on the news. So I'll leave it to you, Spence.
right, Anthony Yarde is set to challenge for the WBC, the IBF, and WBO collective unified light heavyweight championships of the whole entire world. On October 22nd, Frank Warren has booked a London venue for that fight. So he will be fighting the winner of Beterbiev versus Smith. And I am so looking forward to that fight. When Tunde goes missing now on this show and I'm doing it solo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Lefan to come in and chat boxing with me. Because we know when Tunde goes into camp, that's exactly what he does. He goes into camp. Tunde, what's your feelings for this fight? And I know you're not interested in the winner. You just want the belts. But take it away, sir.
I mean, I'm going to say as least as possible because, I don't really talk. I never really talk about myself and Anthony. I just don't like doing it. I believe in keeping my business to myself. And so does Anthony. But what I would say is that we've worked for this moment. The first time we challenged for a world title, we were just kids in this.
Sorry. Zeki Hussein says, press the damn button, Tunde, so press the damn button.
Come on, every day. Yeah, we were just kids in this, babies. People prior to that fight said that the fight was never going to happen. We were mad to go over there, but it's dream it, believe it, become it. And, you want something in life, you say you want something, and when you get the opportunity, you don't run. That's how we grow. That's how we're born. And so, we went against the odds. We went into literally the lion's den, and we gained great experience from that. Experience you can't get by just talking. Any man could talk about this thing. But, bruv, you need to be there. And it's different. It's totally different. And so we learned a great lesson, and we've worked hard, and we're here again. And, you know, what else can you say, Spence? Like, you know me, I don't talk about us, man, because, brother, I like talking about everybody else. It takes kind of pressure off me, even though there is no pressure.
No, but Tunde, it's a big thing. You know what I mean?
But, you know, I always just break it down to this. If you want to believe, if you fail to believe that you can dream, believe, and become, you just need to go and look at AY. You're going to need to look at his career. You need to look at where he started, where he come from, the lack of experience that we both had. You know, I never come through no ABA system or no Olympic funding or none of that. Fam, man just said, yeah, what's this boxing thing? Like brothers come in the gym every day, like, yeah, what, man, can man do this boxing thing? That was literally us. And so what is shown is that if you're determined, if you can focus, if you're dedicated to one thing and one thing only, you can get to these heights. And I always say, negativity don't faze me because I'm too focused. I'm too focused. And Ant's always focused. And Ant's always focused. So, you know, the date, according to Frank Warren, has been set. And we're ready. It's lions in the camp. It's lions in the camp. It's lions in the camp. And we ain't going to a next man's backyard this time. It's
going to be in London.
It's on ends.
It's going to be in London. It's going to be hyped. It's going to be...
I know if Frank Warren started selling tickets today, if Frank Warren announced the venue today,
it's sold out.
It would sell out. It will sell out in record-breaking time. Such is the pull of Anthony Yarde. So, bruv, we're ready. Let's go. Let's rock it out, bruv. We're going to rock this thing out. And we say, we don't just talk it. We do the thing. So, I read a couple comments. Fam, we've been there. We've done it. And our time's coming again. And I'm thankful to Frank Warren, George Warren, Francis Warren, and the whole Queensbury setup. They've always stood by us. And turn up, show up, blow up. That's what Ade says. And that's it. I ain't talking about no game plan, no nothing. We don't even know who we're fighting yet. We know that there's a great unification June the 18th, Madison Square Garden. And we see what it is after that.
Sorry. AMG2 says, tell AY to come out to Vibes Cartel or Movado.
Come on. All day. Come on, bro. You know AY comes smooth. Ooh, smooth operator. And liked by many, loved by many. Because we're just like the show, like us on the show. We're just people that you can just chat to, normal things. There's no hierarchy. There's none of us are thinking we're bigger than the next man or better than the next man. We're just doing our thing. And I feel that that's one of the attributes or things that's got us to where we got today. I don't like that word humble. I don't like that because it can be misconstrued. It could be misconstrued because man might think you're humble and some little idiot. All right, cool. Come to me and see what happens if you think I'm humble like that. I'll give you a left hook, right hook. But you know, we like to just keep it calm. And that's what it is. DRN said shouting lines in the camp is a joke thing. But guess what, DRN?
Stop. Don't block it yet. Don't block it yet. Don't block it. Tunde, don't block it yet.
I ain't blocking him. I'm saying, you're saying it's a joke thing, but you're saying it. Bruv. You're saying it.
DRN, you're blocked now, sunshine. How'd you like that?
DRN, you're blocked, mate. Get out of here, you chief. Anyway, you can't stop the rain, man said. Come on.
Listen, I'm just keeping this thing 100, yeah? This is the importance of music, right? because everything has a vibrational frequency, right? And when you hear something that it resonates with you, you can listen to a certain song and it can make you cry, you know? Hence why you have music score in films to capture the emotion. So music is very, very important. So you need to hear certain things that go on that resonates with you. So I'll be looking forward to what tune he comes out to. You know what I mean? And yeah,
Bro,
I'm on this thing.
Man. That's why I said I don't even want to talk about it. When Gary come up with a poster, you and Gary come up with a poster, I didn't want to talk about this thing because silence is what it's just going to be. We're just going to keep doing our thing. Thank you for the £5 SS10. Let's all be honest.
1 second.
All of boxing listens to this show. We taking over as a fam. Yeah. Big up the Fight is Right. Flam family. Klaxon, please, Tunde. Come on. We're all day. The Fight is Right. Hashtag the Fight is Right. And it's all love. And I get a lot of messages from people that say, here we go. Here we go. Bruv, you know what? Today, you're lucky I'm calm. I'm not even going to start. I'm not gonna what's his name? I just saw it. Gary beat me to it. COVID Khalid. Guess what? You got COVID, you're blocked. Old time men, bruv, the fight is right. We know it, bruv. Off the canvas boxing. He says, I've learned so much from this show. I'm being super entertained. Big up Off the Canvas boxing. Another brother, young brother, loving the sport, you know, brave enough to go out and do his own thing. And we support you as always and keep doing what you're doing, my man. Yarde should go up. See, Frank is my man, but Frank, maybe not Frank, because it's past 9 o'clock now. Frank's probably tucked up in bed. But George, Francis, all you Queensby, Dev. I know Dev listening to this thing here right now. Dev is definitely, Dev Sani, you are listening to the Fight is Right now. 100%. 100%. Al Kuya says, Yarde should come out to Solid as a Rock by Sizzler Kalanji. Bruv. Come on. All day, every day. But it's great. And this is a PR job we're on. Yarde Baturviev toe-to-toe would be an absolute madness. Yeah. COVID Khalid is in quarantine, mate. He's been blocked. Yeah, Spence goes eating on live thing again. We need some old school grab. Hey, well, it's good. But you know what? As I said, for me, let me just say for me, the less I say, the better it is for me. Because, you know, I just like, I'm hot-headed sometimes. So it's best I just shut my mouth and enjoy the show. I know someone asked, is there going to be an interim fight? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. It's all, we'll sit down. We always sit down as a team. We discuss what's the best move forward. So yeah, we'll go from there. Spence? SS says, listen, next fight Yarde is coming out with an artist. Allow these tunes on the speaker. All right, cool. Say nothing. Matt Caulfield, says the light heavyweight division in England is becoming like the middleweights of the 90s. Where's that comment gone? Loads of world-class domestic talent. Many big matches to be made.
Yeah, sorry, off the cameras, I was muted because these chips are nice, mate. No, I'm telling you this, that I would say that Anthony Yarde should come out to What a Bum Bum by Sister Nancy.
What a bum bum.
Yeah, that is the most right tune in history.
All you Yarde entertainers want to give me some money. about we're coming
Yeah,
out to
no,
your
that's
yard.
what you. I'm telling you now. That's the tune that you want to come out to. And no, I don't eat McDonald's, my friend. One McDonald's, straight standard.
Big up. I got a bit of stick for this, you know. Spence, why can't you wait to eat, man? What are you eating on the thing for?
Because I don't like cold food, bro. I don't like put food in the microwave.
A man says, Tun, your IG post on Tanks Push was hilarious. But I got a bit of stick for that. Man's like, bro, why you laughing at man getting pushed? Fam, this is fighting. It's not flipping cricket. It's fighting, bro. Them things are funny. It's funny. I was like, oh, supposing he broke his ankle or twisted his ankle. He never. He never, bro. Bro, he never. The fight was made.
No, seriously.
We haven't even spoken about the fight.
Tank's knockout was serious.
That's how we're going to end the show. We got to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis. I tried to get Rolly on the blower today to ask him to come on the show. But my black book is blue. My black book ain't like Spencer's. My black book ain't like Spencer's.
Nah, your black book's got powers, man. Because my black book's your black book, so it's got powers, bro.
Come on.
But when you try to address them, man, they're saying, get out of here. What a bam, 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 dilam, bam, bam.
Massive blue. Anyway, so what's your take on the fight, on the Gervonta fight?
You know what?
Hold on, wait there. Let me just answer this. Who is the WBA regular champion? That's what I want to know. MA. I'm not ducking your question, but I don't know who the MA interim champion is. Maybe you can answer that.
Listen, I don't know and I don't care.
Yeah, that's exactly the answer.
I'm not giving no interim. You're interim.
That's exactly the answer. So why would we give an interim champion the opportunity to fight for the fight that we're gonna fight? It don't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense. Who is the weakest light heavyweight champ right now? No one. There ain't no weakness in this thing here. Who's ever the champ is solid. Solid. There's no interimers. Yeah. Whoever's the champ is solid. Whether it be Baturviev, whether it be Bivol, whether it be Joe Smith. These are all fighters that have worked their way to a certain position. And none of them can be looked at as weak. It just don't make sense. I mean, styles make fights anyway. Yeah, as Q, silly ass question, man. Silly ass question. Bye.
Look, Nicolas, that's right. I'm always namming. That's right. Anthony, listen, if you'd have come to our mom's thing yesterday and you saw the food that was out, trust me,
Christ.
The food was vicious.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Food was vicious.
I'll be honest with you. I was just keeping them. I was on the respects and manners thing, but let that have been a dance. I would have left there with about 4 bags full of food. 4 bags of food was serious. Bro, Frank and Queensbury promotion, not Frank. Frank is the man that makes it happen. But Dev, you need to see what I go on this channel. Man's already talking about AY's walkout tune. This is big. This is big. And we're still awaiting the fight. So it's quite obvious that the interest has already been sparked. And that's Frank or Michael Benson just doing one tweet.
Yeah.
What the boxing fraternity has gone mad. All black fight fans said, yeah, he's gonna big up the thing. He's showing them in America. Definitely touching on it. So, you know, it's great. And let's just all wait for this momentous happen. But but right now,
we got Fight Fan Live, Fight Fan TV Live. He knows the food was serious. He filmed He filmed the food at the thing yesterday. Danny Wright.
But right now, let's be now historians and deal with what's happening right now. Right now, I think there's no better way than to speak about the great event And it was a great event that was held on Saturday night by Mayweather Promotions with an absolute beast of a fighter in Gervonta Tank David. Let's not make any mistakes. This fight was sold by Rolly.
1,000,000%. The guy's a character.
Spence, you need to stop eating on air, you know.
The guy's a character. Sorry, Tom.
You know what I just said?
Yeah. My
You need to stop yamming on air. You need to stop eating on a ting, man. What's the matter with you? And now you're doing them moves like them old people with no teeth. You know, you start going, fam, what are you doing? Bro, man's got chips in his mouth.
Yo, look.
Man got chips in his mouth, he's chewing chips. Some pensioner business, fam. Spencer's got chips in his mouth and he's eating like he's got no teeth. Bro, I keep telling you, I told you this guy's a pensioner. I told you this guy is a pensioner. Spencer Fearon is a real pensioner, some OAP thing. Man is chewing chips with his gums. Oh my God. Spencer Fearon. What is the matter with you, bro? I can't take you, Spencer.
Well, look.
Bro, I
Fight
can't
Fan TV already look. The Anthony Yarde.
What up? All right.
He got Yarde. So big up Gus, Fight Fan TV. Tell them,
I can't take you.
Yeah, man, I have to eat.
Bruv, and now you got the chips like you got a weed in your mouth. Oh my God, this brother is a true yard man. My head's hurting me. Oh my God. Oh my GBs. The fight is right. This can't happen on no other show. It can't happen on no other show. Where man is chewing chips. The man's eating chips like he's got a big Rizzler full of weed. The man's eating chips like this. Spencer, bro, Spencer. Oh my God, bro. I can't deal with you, Spencer. I just can't deal with you. I just absolutely can't deal with you. Can we go back to the man's chewing chips like goat meat? The back of my head's hurting me. The man's chewing chips like goat meat. Oh my goodness gracious me. My brethren said we're gonna lose viewers because man's eating chips. I like his herbs.
Ain't losing no viewers.
All right. You know we always have a traditional laugh. You know we had it was sorry. I can't help it. Sorry, Paul, Don man. But Spencer is too much. I can't handle him. Anyway, so let's go back to what we was talking about. Tunde, will I just read something from Joe. Tunde, will Yarde do shows in the US? I don't know. Really don't know what the future holds. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. One day, it's always been, for where we're concerned, it's always just one day at a time. We don't predict the future. You know, you have a goal, you have a vision, but you can only deal with the present, and that's why it's a gift. What do you think? What next for Gervonta Davis?
You know what? Keeping it 100, the winner of the weekend, Devin Haney versus Kambosos, should be the fight that he has. You know what I mean? Because he's a WBA regular champion at the weight. He should definitely be fighting one of those men there. You're saying Lomachenko, that fight will be Lomachenko. I'll tell you why that fight will be really hard to make. Good question there, Country Don, you know. Do you think Tank versus Stevenson makes a good fight? You know what I mean? And who has the edge? As far as I'm concerned, Stevenson's got the edge in that fight.
Yeah, even with Tank's power.
Yeah, because we had Rolly up in the fight. Rolly ain't no
not
Stevenson.
by much. I mean, I didn't have him up. I mean, I remember chatting about 6-0 and all them nonsense.
No, it wasn't 6-0. I did. You know what I mean? It wasn't 6-0, but I still had him up in the fight. And it wasn't. He got clapped out in the 6th round, so you can't say he was up 6-0.
Yeah.
And that clap out was serious. That clap out was serious. That's the thing. It's like my man clapping so hard, he must have thought he's in round 7. He punched him around the head.
Tunde and Spence, you know the fight. Where's that gone? Tunde and Spence, you know the fight game. Who should Tank sign with to make the big fights?
Well,
let me tell you something. I said it on Saturday. He should not leave Floyd Mayweather.
Never.
He should not leave him. Because what you have to understand is, just like with Frank, people feel that they reach a certain stage and want to become promoters. And that's all good if you're Floyd Mayweather. But on average, on whole, you know, it's the promoters that got these kids or these young men in that position with their art of promoting. See, there's actually an art in promoting. And I've always known this. And it's not like you could just do the thing yourself because you've reached a certain level. But guess what? There is a whole organization that helped you reach that level. And so I feel that, especially with Floyd Mayweather's pool, you know, he bought, yeah, of course, Tank bought out the stars. But listen, there's a lot of other fights you don't see those stars.
Press the button, please, because it's all true. I want people to realize, if you look through history, when guys start to do it by themselves, they always come up proper. The one who stands out the most was Nassim Hamed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? When Nassim Hamed left Frank Warren, it started to go tits up for him.
Ricky Hatton
started to go tits up for him. So if don't get twisted though, because Ricky Hatton got the belly move when he fought Floyd, right?
Say again?
He got the belly move. He made fantastically well from that fight.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that the promoting was already done. So, I mean, it's not that, and I get it, you know, another promoter offers you more money and you go where the money is. I get it, you know, these young men have got one career, but, you know, Tank isn't at the end. Because you think Ricky Hatton left, and what did he have? 2 more fights? Pacquiao and Floyd? And then he had that one where he got bust up again. Remember? He had that one and a European guy beat him. I think, let me look at Ricky's record. But he had the 2 big fights, and literally the career was over after that. After the Floyd and Pacquiao, and then big fights to end your career. And Billy Joe Saunders left Frank. Bruv, Canelo, yeah, you got the payday. But, you know, I mean, what's happening with Billy now? You know, so I will, and this is no, you know, I'm not putting any of them down because they've done something I've never done. But from what I can see, from what I can see and what I have seen in the sport of boxing, promoting is an art, just like fighting is an art. Promoters can't fight, and most fighters can't promote. But Floyd Mayweather is an exception. Is an exception to the rule. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard tried it. Sugar Ray Leonard tried the promoting thing. Roy Jones tried the promoting thing. I don't. Yeah, you see any Roy Jones promotion? Even Lennox, when Lennox had the Lion thing, that was in conjunction with the promoters, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong or right?
right. But in conjunction, it was his thing. He went solely in control of that.
Yes. See, so that's what I'm saying. So I think that Tank would do well to stay with the guy that has. I mean, remember, but I was around that time when Broner brought Tank into Floyd's gym. I remember. And I think Tank, Broner was like, bro, this kid is something. You understand? Floyd took him under the wing, built him up within a few fights. Within a few fights, he was a champ. And I mean, look, there's a reason why Tank actually talks the least, shall I say. But look at the people, look at the stars, what he's bringing out. Is that because of him? The question is, which I want to ask, is because of Tank per se, or is it because of the wonderful job that Floyd Mayweather has done for him?
It's both.
And Leonard Ellaby.
It's both. Because the youth can really punch, Tun.
Yeah. He
can punch. But we can't knock the work that them guys are put on.
Bro.
I mean, Leonard's done, they've done great work with him, but the youth can punch.
I mean, look, Charlo's fought for the Undisputed the other day. How many did they have? 6,000? 7,000?
Tunde, we had more in our life.
Exactly. So you can't just knock the promote. I mean, I don't know. I still think it's a little ploy. I think it's a play just to get more eyes on the thing, and it wouldn't surprise me because Floyd's the master at that. But I still think, I mean, again, we're looking at it from an outside perspective. We don't know what's going on deep inside of the camp or the relationship. The main thing, the thing where I know which will make Floyd happy is that everybody's talking about it. It's a talking point. So if it's a talking point, we're talking and there's interest in it. And people, that's what it's about. It's to get the people talking. But I feel Floyd's done a great job with Tank. And I feel Tank knows that he's done a good job. And even though he said that it's time to, take off the stabilizers, I think he would do well from what I can see from my limited vision to keep that partnership going. Spenny Rankin.
Good question here. Dan said Tank would be a bigger star under Eddie Hearn, right?
Why?
And Esed10 says, Dan, go to bed.
Go to bed, son. Bruv, you must work for Eddie. He must work for Eddie. How? How do you? I mean, there's nothing wrong with the comment. And,
Eddie Hearn ain't conquered America.
We're not blocking you or anything like that. But how would he be a bigger star? You need to let me know because
the man sold out Barclays Square, Barclays Arena.
Yeah, I mean, what are you talking about? The fights? Are you telling me what is Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia was saying he wants to knock out Cruz. Then all of a sudden the fight don't happen. Now you're cool, but I get it. You call out the man that's higher than you, that's got a bigger profile than you. Remember, at one point before he had the mental issues, Ryan Garcia everybody was talking about Ryan Garcia. And now he needs to really reestablish himself as a talking point. Because a talking point, right? He's very smart young man. Smart young man, but it's the Tank show right now.
He's clever.
Bruv, none of these top tenors, Dan, want to fight Tank. That's what you got to understand. They don't want to fight Tank because they get knocked out. They will get knocked out. Shakur Stevenson is with Top Rank. Devin Haney has just done a deal with Top Rank. So where's the lightweights that you want him to fight? Teofimo is with Top Rank. Lomachenko is with Top Rank. So who are these fighters that you're talking about that's going to fight Tank? Because none of them are controlled by Eddie.
None of them.
Not one of them. So, well, you need to come with some evidence. You need to come with some evidence. But, again, Ryan Garcia is clever. He bet 20K live on the Instagram thing with Errol, but he said, I'll pay you tomorrow. But what was that all about? Probably smart. Using the media to boost his name and using other fighters' names to boost his name. We get it. We get it, Ryan. We get it, Ryan. But in my opinion, you don't want to go nowhere near Tank Davis because that brother is something special. That brother's something special. He can lick. He can really, really lick because that's all it took. One punch. Literally one punch. Spence, you are eating too much on this show. And I don't know what you're eating now.
Well,
Archie says Tank is good but not great. How do you I mean, I hear your point, Archie, but how do you determine great? How can you call an active fighter great when his career isn't finished? Greatness is when the story's done and you're retired. We can call Ali great because even though he called himself great.
John, read what Nicolas says here. Nicolas says, have you seen Madonna at any Eddie Hearn events?
Oh, come on. Fam. Madonna. She always waving the thing. She just block up the camera. See, she just, She just cover up her face, bro. She's like, bro, don't try it. Don't cover up Madonna. She was going like this. She just, bro. She saw the cameras on her. She just, what?
Right.
Yeah.
Big Madonna. So
all the stars was out. Yeah. Can you imagine Madonna singing Sweet Carolina? No, you can't.
I gotta get my phone. I gotta get my charger.
Bro, you got ants in your pants tonight, Spence. Come out of you, man.
Nah, I gotta get my charger, man. I gotta get my charger.
Anyway, we've gone over time anyway, but suffice to say, Tank Davis is a problem for anyone. I would like to see, I'm not too sure who I would like to see him fight because, you know, you can't be asking these young men to fight these, you know, these type of fights don't come now. You don't have these fights. Yeah, you can't expect it. If you make him fight Shakur Stevenson now, then what we got to look forward to? Huh?
I agree. You know what I mean? Yeah, Alan, I was going to get some more food, but I just turned back. Right, no, I would agree, but that fight can
Why are you
be
doing
built.
that? Why are you doing that? Why are you showing me your watch?
That fight could be built. Well, Spencer never eats fufu or plantain, just pure Babylon food. Nah.
It's true. It's true. Pure Babylon food, yum. But yeah, let's read some big up, P. Thank you for the £5. What do you consider more important? Being lineal champion or undisputed champion? This weekend in Australia is for both. Interesting.
I think being undisputed champion, would categorically make you a lineal champion. So I hear what you're saying. I think being an undisputed champion is more important than being a lineal champion. Because historically, when you're speaking, if you have all the belts, and the word undisputed actually means we all agree. That's what undisputed means. Go check it out in the dictionary. So when you look at that, and you say, oh, if you're undisputed champion, then you're a lineal champion. You have to be. You can't be an undisputed champion and not be a lineal champion. So it's more important to be an undisputed champion than a lineal champion. Because a lineal champion is like, you beat the man that beat the man that beat the man, but you haven't got alphabet soup world title. But if you picked up all of the belts collectively, then you are undisputed, meaning that we all agree, and therefore it ties in with you being lineal champion. So we can say, well, historically, you beat the man that held the title, or you beat the man that beat the man that beat the man, and this man picked up the WBC, the other one picked up the WBA, the other one picked up the IBF, the other one picked up the WBO, but I've got all of the belts, I'm lineal champion and undisputed. So the two go hand in glove together.
Somebody said, if Haney, I'm gonna translate it because it wasn't written that well. He said, if Haney, that's supposed to be, does not knock out Kambosos, then Kambosos will win on points, not on point. This is Australia we're talking about.
No, I'm not going with
Australia got a history of dodgy decisions because I ain't heard none. Spence, you with us?
What, in Australia?
Yeah.
Of course we have. Oh, you see when Pacquiao went up for
Pacquiao, Jeff Horn.
They robbed him vicious out there.
Okay.
They robbed Pacquiao vicious out there. But it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. But you know what? We're like 17 minutes past the time that we was gonna do. I reckon we just give them 3 more minutes because
we've actually gone even more because we started at 8:30. So
yeah. Come on, man. We've been on for a hot minute because we got an hour. But you know, when the conversation just keeps on going and keeps on going.
I've got work tomorrow. Bro,
yeah, exactly. And Tunde's work from tomorrow is going to be very, very serious. I can tell you that.
Old Type 78 Sports.
Come on.
We are American counterparts in the building.
And he knows, let's go Yarde. He knows. Yeah, what? Big up 78. Because 78 and them man on, who was it? Black Fight Fan and them, they had Deontay Wilder on their show the other day. You know what I mean? They had Deontay on. And somebody just broke this down to me really well. It was my cousin. He was saying, Deontay Wilder, even though he comes second best against Tyson Fury, the way he went out and had Tyson Fury down, his career's not done. Now, just see, he got honored the other day. He got a statue made of himself. He's real. Deontay Wilder's real. He's real, bro.
Great credit to himself. Great credit to himself, his family, and his community. And it's so interesting to me how people disrespected this brother's style. And now, man's calling back for Deontay because the excitement has gone.
He's electric. Let's just be
boxing.
Deontay Wilder is electric.
I've been there around Deontay. Because if you remember, we were supposed to fight on the first
fight,
and we was at the weigh-in. We got to the literal weigh-in, and you know, the commission said, and Frank told us that the commission won't let the guy fight. But I was standing right next to Deontay, and let me tell you something, brother. This man's energy, you can feel it.
All right.
You can feel it, Deontay Wilder. Well, I could feel it. I don't know about no one else.
He's a serious guy. He's a serious guy.
I'm saying that was the electricity that made fans either love him or like him. But either way, people were excited to see Deontay Wilder. You know,
listen, and props to Deontay Wilder. He came into the sport really, really late. He went to the Olympics. He picked up a bronze medal. He became the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'm telling you this, the night that he beat Romain Stavern, when he boxed, when people had said, oh, Deontay Wilder can't box, that's rubbish, because he actually can box. He says they don't choose to because he wants to clap out brothers.
Yeah,
and that's been his demise. That's been his demise. But you know what? It is what it is with that one. So it's all love. All love. Big up all our people that's been on the chat, because me and Tony was only meant to do an hour, you know. But we just got
my eyes are so tired, bro. I need to
go to bed, Ton. You got to be up early in the morning. We got a big world title to go pick. Sorry, not a big world title. We got 3 world titles to go pick up. October 22nd in London. Big up Frank Warren for pulling that one. You know what I mean? And announcing it as well. I'm so looking forward to this. Rob Moore, South London man, them. don't watch time. We don't watch time. Well, I do. I watch time still. You know what I mean? But no, but yeah, for real, ain't watching time.
Hey,
No,
let's go.
off the canvas. About let's go to
Go your
11
bed
o'clock.
about 11 o'clock. Go your
Yeah,
bed.
go to your bed off the canvas.
Man, I got fighters.
Brian Johnson, big up. Yeah, exactly. Brian Johnson just said Wilder did better than White.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely. I mean, I have to agree there, Brian
he
Johnson.
did.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, thank you very much again. Big up our brothers over there in the US of A. 78 Black Fight Fan, all the man them. Yeah. And again, much appreciated for the $10, brother, and the support as always. We're out here supporting you as well. People, we still got 392 people. And remember, this is not America.
All right.
Block these funny people. I become yeah, I blocked them, guy. I didn't even block them. Naked HD fun. Hey, love. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. This naked butt always here, bruv. You understand? Anyway, as I said, man said press the button. As I said, it's actually been a great show. Haram. Oh, time, bro. Yeah, it's actually been a great show. And thank you for all that joined us. Still 379 in the comments. Press the like button, press the subscribe button. You know, it's been an emotional last 3 days.
I'm thinking limited, you know, about one of Spencer's old things, no.
Joe Barrow, thank you, sir. Master cracking show, guys.
Big up, Joe. Big up.
Old Ty Easton, Mahogany, Jose. Thank you. The fight is right. Fam, it's been great as usual. And you know what? The way this is going, Spence, it's coming like this has to be some everyday show because the people, we get so much love on and offline from people.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
So much contributions. They really want us more. But you got to remember, we're not like most podcasters. That's no disrespect. We are actually active in the sport. You know, we're in the sport, active every day. I'm getting up training fighters every day. Spencer's going around managing fighters, talking to fighters, breakdowns, and, you know, the spare time what we have, we feel to share it with you. And so that's why,
Come on, man.
You know, we only doing usually the watch-alongs and the Sunday show, but you never know. We may even put in an extra day there. We done it on Monday today because obviously yesterday we had to take care of business. But all in all, I thank everyone for joining us this evening, and I hope you all have a great week, a fulfilled week. And as I say, stay positive.
1 second, I got to answer this question though. Brian Johnson, Spencer, my dad was from Clarendon and his sister married a Fearon. What was your dad's name? What was your dad's first name? My dad's first name was Fitzy, but no one ever called him that. Everybody called him Papa, or everyone called him Papa. That was my dad's. Everyone called my dad Papa. So yeah, or his nickname when he was a youth in Jamaica, they called him Pulley. But yeah, everybody from that ends, they knew. You know, you're from Clarendon, you know the Fearons. It's a powerful name around there. Everyone knows the Fearons name. So
them bloody Fearons.
Muck around with them, right? But yeah, it was. Go double check their name and like holler us back. We're back. We're doing the fight along this weekend. No ifs or buts. Catch us on Saturday, early hours of Sunday morning, Saturday night for the fight along. Get the best commentary in the world from Tunde Ajayi and the best mid-round fight breakdown from myself. Then from there you got us again at 8 o'clock where we'll be giving you some real talk. Hopefully, I'm going to get Coach Calvin, the trainer of Devontae Davis, on the show. I've just hollered out to him so I should be able to go get him. I'd like to talk to the brother because I want to salute like the trainers as well. A lot of the trainers ain't ain't getting their flowers. So we got to give them man their flowers.
Yes, sir. And hopefully Rolly will answer my thing. Because despite what anybody may say, Rolly sold that fight.
Come on. Of course he did. Exciting. I mean, and you know what? And the kid's got a future. He's got a future. If he can keep that same confidence, I'm glad that he said what he said after he lost, because that's showing you like, right, now I was winning the fight. So he's convincing himself, right, I'm still in this and I'm still at that level. Let's see what happens. I mean, let's see how they build him back, bring him back. And yeah, and like fingers crossed we get Coach Calvin on, I mean, and properly on as well, not through no phone, so it's going to be sounding distorted. Like, properly get him on. And we'll see, man. He's got an incredible story. As we know, Cutty from The Wire was based on him. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the show on Sunday.
Man said, Rolly probably thinks the way is on Friday. Jesus. All right, people. We end the show as we began the show. That's saying, dream it, believe it, but most of all, become it.
Come on down. Peace, two fingers. See you lot in the early hours of Sunday morning, the late hours of Saturday night, where we'll be covering Devin Haney's attempt to become the undisputed lightweight champion of the world by fighting Haney-Kambosos. Peace.
Oh yeah, Cordina's fighting for the world title. We might touch on and jump on a bit early still. Cordina, Joe Cordina.
Peace, two fingers. I'm out.
We're out, brothers. All right.